Okay, so there's a huge change happening right now across the entire US banking system. And listen, if you're one of the tens of millions of Americans who gets government benefits, I'm talking Social Security, VA payments, disability, you name it. This is something you absolutely need to hear. A new rule just got rolled out, and even though it's designed to protect you, it could, and this is the important part, it could cause some really serious, unexpected delays to your payments.
So that brings us to the million-dollar question, right? Could this new rule actually put a stop on your next deposit? For so many of us, especially for seniors and retirees who are living on a fixed income, a delayed payment isn't just a small inconvenience. No way. It can completely derail your whole month. We're talking about your ability to pay for rent, for groceries, for critical medications. And the tough truth is, this new rule creates a very, very real risk that your money could get stuck in this verification limbo if your information isn't lined up perfectly.
So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get into what this new deposit rule is all about and why it's even a thing. Then, we're going to help you figure out if your payment might be at risk, and we'll give you a super clear plan to protect your money. And finally, and this is so important, we're going to talk about some brand new scams that you absolutely need to be watching out for.
All right, let's dive right in. Section 1, the new rule for deposits. We're going to break down exactly what you need to know, because this really is a fundamental shift in how banks check payments coming from places like the Social Security Administration and the VA.
So what is this thing, this new deposit verification rule? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like a brand new, super strict security checkpoint that your money has to go through before it can even touch your bank account. Before, the check was pretty basic, but this new protocol, it's way more advanced. It's built to instantly take a bunch of different data points, your full legal name, your bank account number, your social security number, and check them against the official records that the government agency has for you.
And here is the absolute crucial point. If every single one of those pieces of information lines up perfectly, letter for letter, number for number with what the government has on file for you, then great. Boom, the money flows right into your account, no problem, just like it always has. But, and this is the kicker, if even one tiny thing is off, if there's the smallest little difference, the system is now designed to automatically flag that payment and slam a hold on your money. It just stops it dead in its tracks to be reviewed.
So you're probably wondering, why on earth is this happening? Is this just more red tape? Well, no, it's actually a direct response to a massive, growing problem. It's all about protecting your benefits from some very real, very modern threats. Think of this rule as a brand new weapon in the fight against fraud.
And the scale of this problem, it's just unbelievable. We are talking about hundreds of millions of dollars being stolen every single year just through this one type of fraud. Just let that number sink in for a second. Hundreds of millions. This isn't just one or two bad guys. This is a massive, organized criminal effort. These are sophisticated criminal rings that have gotten incredibly good at intercepting these payments and redirecting your money into their pockets. And who do they target? They are specifically going after seniors and disabled Americans, the very people who count on these funds for their basic needs. It's just awful.
This right here is a perfect way to understand why this change was so necessary. The old system was kind of like having a simple chain link fence around your house. It worked okay for a while back when the bad guys were less sophisticated. But today's criminals, they figured out how to just snip right through that fence. They are high-tech, they are organized, and they are relentless. So this new system is a massive upgrade. It's like ripping out that old fence and building a digital fortress, complete with laser grids and biometric scanners. It is a system specifically built to stop today's much smarter, much more dangerous criminals before they can even get close to your money.
Okay, so this brings us to the most important question for you, personally. Could your deposits be at risk of getting delayed? Now look, for most people, everything will go through smoothly and they won't notice a thing. But for a lot of folks, tiny little details that you would never ever think could cause a problem can suddenly create a massive headache.
All right, let's really get into these common triggers because the details here are what matter. First up, and this is probably the biggest one, is name mismatches. Just think about it for a second. Is your bank account under your married name, but your social security file is still under your maiden name? That's a flag. Or maybe your bank account has your middle initial, but your government file doesn't. Even something as simple as using a nickname at the bank, like say, Jim, when your legal name is James, that can trigger it. Second, recently switched bank accounts. If you've just updated your direct deposit info, this new system might see that brand new account and go, whoa, hold on, this is new, let's pump the brakes and double check everything before we send the money. Third, and this one is really sneaky, joint account complications. Let's say you're the one receiving the benefits, but on the bank account you're listed as the secondary person, not the primary account holder. Well, the system might see that as a mismatch and pause the payment. And finally, some of the newer online-only banks, they might still be working out the kinks in their systems to get them perfectly synced up with this new government protocol.
So what does a delay actually look like? What does it feel like? Let's just walk through the timeline step by step. On day one, the day your money is supposed to show up, you check your account and it's empty. Nothing. The money just isn't there. Behind the scenes, what's happened is your payment has been flagged and put on what they call a verification hold. Now, for the next 1 to 3 days, your bank is going to try to sort out the mismatch. If they can fix it, awesome. The hold gets lifted and you get your money, just a few days late. But if they can't fix the issue, on day 4, the funds are literally sent all the way back to the government agency. And that right there is when the real frustrating long wait begins. You are now stuck in a manual reissuance process. That means a human being has to get involved, investigate what went wrong, and then manually cut you a new payment, which is usually a paper check in the mail. And that part can take anywhere from 5 to 21 business days. That could be over a month from your original payment date. For anyone on a fixed income, a delay that long can be an absolute financial crisis.
Okay, I know that timeline sounds terrifying, but please don't panic. Here is the really good news. This whole situation is almost entirely preventable. You are not helpless here. We've got a simple, proactive plan that you can use today to make sure your money arrives on time every single time.
Here it is. This is your game plan. Just 3 easy steps. Step 1, verify your info with the Social Security Administration or the VA. The easiest way to do this is to just log into your My Social Security account online. If you're not online, you can call them. Pull up your official record and look at your full legal name. Now, grab a recent bank statement and compare them, letter for letter. If there is any difference at all, you've got to get one of them changed so they match perfectly. Step 2, call your bank. Don't just assume everything's okay. Get a real person on the phone and say this: I'm calling about the new government deposit verification rules. Can you please confirm that my account is set up correctly to receive my benefits without any problems? Step 3. If you use a joint account, have a very specific chat with your bank. Ask them, since I'm the one receiving the benefits, would it be safer for me to be listed as the primary account holder? You'd be surprised, but in a lot of cases, that one simple switch can prevent a massive headache later on. Okay, and we cannot finish this without a really, really serious warning. You know how this works. Whenever there's a big change like this, you can bet the scammers and the fraudsters are paying very close attention. They love confusion and fear, and they are already using this new rule as bait to try and trick you into giving up your personal information and ultimately your money.
This right here, this is the golden rule. I need you to tattoo this on your brain. No legitimate organization, not your bank, not Social Security, not the VA, not the IRS, nobody will ever contact you first by calling, texting, or emailing you out of the blue and ask for sensitive personal information. They will never ask for your Social Security number or your bank password. And they will never, ever ask you to pay a fee or buy a gift card to release or verify your own money. If you hear any of that, it is a 100% guaranteed scam, every single time.
So, let's make these instructions crystal clear. These are non-negotiable. If you get an unexpected call from someone claiming there's a problem with your Social Security and they need you to verify your info to fix it, what do? You hang up. That's it. Immediately. Don't argue, don't say another word. Just hang up the phone. If you get a text or an email with a scary warning and a link to click, you delete it. Do not click that link ever. And most importantly, if you are genuinely worried there might actually be a real problem, you take control. You make the call. Look up the official verified phone number for your bank or for the government agency on their actual website or on some official paperwork you have, and you call them directly to ask what's going on.
So let's bring it all home. At its heart, this new rule really is a good thing. It's a much-needed security upgrade for our banking system, and it's designed to protect your hard-earned money from crooks. But like any powerful new security system, it can cause some unintended problems if your information isn't perfectly aligned. So the biggest takeaway is this: the most powerful thing you can do is just be proactive. A simple 10-minute check online or a quick phone call to your bank today could literally save you from a 3-week or even longer payment delay next month.
And that really just leaves us with this one final thought. For millions and millions of Americans, your Social Security or your VA benefit, it's not just a check.
It is a financial lifeline. It's what keeps the lights on, it's what puts food on the table. So the question you should really be asking yourself tonight is this: is my lifeline secure? Please take a few minutes this week, just run through that 3-step checklist we talked about. Give yourself that peace of mind of knowing that your information is correct, your money is safe, and that it will be there for you when you need it, not just for your next payment, but for all the payments to come.